Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to Life with Brock. If you end up liking the content, consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with a nerd friend. Let's go. Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of This Week in Customs. I'm your host, Brock, and this is the show where I go to Instagram and take a look at the world of custom figures, specifically the ones that were submitted to the hashtag This Week in Customs, which is the name of the show, players, and I take a look at them, pretty much showcase the amazing talent that we have here just on Instagram. And oh my gosh, last week's winner, we have a contest also every week, and the fan vote goes to Charles Chop Shop's Custom Vision. This thing was ridiculous. It was a neck and neck race all the way through with the top 5 customs that were selected, and he edged out everyone else. And the detail on this thing is just beautiful. Soft good cape, posable cape, LED lights, the paints were off the hook. Great job, kudos to you. And let's see, who is gonna win this week in Customs, the fan vote? We have a ton of customs to take a look at, and I'm gonna start something new. Let's talk about it. If I select your custom or your custom picture to be the thumbnail of This Week in Customs episode, I'm gonna start with yours. Just like I'm gonna start with Weapon X Customs right here. And this picture is fantastic. There's so much character in this picture. I'm going to talk about the custom in a second, but look at this. So well lit, so crispy. There's so many things going on in this picture. You have the red Hulk's got the girl, the green Hulk is sad walking away. So creative, beautiful shot, creative shot, and this custom is awesome. He's using the Build-A-Figure MCU Hulk that we recently got. I haven't gotten him yet, but I want to after seeing this custom. He sculpted that mustache. It's like Hulk turned, that's a Tom Selleck Hulk right now. Who doesn't want a Tom Selleck Hulk in their collection? I certainly do. Look at this thing. This thing is so cool, man. It's awesome. He worked on it and he delivered all the way around. I think it's a cool looking red Hulk. That face that Hasbro did is amazing, and that mustache works so perfectly. The picture, please guys, as you're submitting your customs, make sure they're well lit. Make sure I can see the details. A lot of people watch the show on their mobile devices that are smaller than TVs. So take that in mind, keep that in mind, I should say, as you're taking your photographs and submitting them to Instagram. Markai Lab Creations with this amazing looking, beefy Maestro Hulk. Obviously, he's using the Juggernaut Select figure as a base under there. He's got a lot of things going right there. He's got some special effects. But man, take a look. He's got Cap Shield, Thor's hammer all over the place. What else does he have in there? I don't see it because he may have something in the back, but this is a very well done custom. I love the colors on that. The Real Dallas James also submitting a Maestro Hulk. Love all the different, you see all the helmets and face plates and stuff like that. He's got Doctor Strange's cape there that, of course, I know he's got a name for it and I'm forgetting it. You got the crushed Captain America shield. Mjolnir, he's holding it. I pronounced it correctly, okay? I'm proficient in that language. Anyways, moving on to the next custom. Okay, we're keeping it obviously with Hulks right here. This is Cho. Is this the Hulk? I forget what is it Cho, right? It's from the Totally Awesome Hulk. I read that comic for a little while, but I think he's nailed the head. The hair is beautiful, just like it is in that comic book. Good job on that Hulk, pretty interesting. Action Panda, another guy that takes amazing photographs. Here you have a character from Spawn. It's the Redeemer. Now, I don't know what he used for a base or if he's even taken some of the parts from the old Redeemer McFarlane figure that was released that didn't have very good articulation. This one looks like it's articulated more. I would love to see a little bit more of the details or what exactly was done. He didn't really say, but it's a beautiful looking figure. I think it's updated in articulation, but you're gonna have to go to his page and ask him because I do not know. All right, one of my favorite customs from this week. Oh my gosh, check out this Fat Thor Markai Lab Creations. This is the second custom I'm showing. He absolutely killed it with this Thor. That body is perfect. Now, obviously, this is not an MCU, at least is my opinion as I'm talking on it. It could be, I don't know what he was thinking. But to me, it just looks like the cartoon or the comic version of a fat Thor. This is Thor with a dad bod, and there you go, some work in progress pics where you can see how he's primering the figure, putting the figure together, and then how he begins to paint the figure. There you can see some of the parts that he used. He's using, it looks like a WWE, is that a Samoan, one of the Samoan guys? It looks like that's the body. Perfect use for oh, I just gave you a like. I would like this picture. It is fantastic. Good use of body parts and an amazing, amazing result at the end. Love that custom. Here's another one that I really enjoy. And of course, I failed to turn down the volume. Now that the volume's off, we can take a look at the Skeletor by Symbiote Seeker. Who is a fan of the Masters of the Universe? If you're a fan of the Masters of the Universe, you can see he's captured the essence of Skeletor right here. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of parts that were used here from previous figures, but he's repainted that Omega red body, making great use of that Omega red body, because now the Skeletor has way more articulation than the previous releases from Matty Collector or whoever is releasing these things. I forget the other company that does it. But that's a beautiful paint job, great job of putting that together. I think this was a custom piece, a commission piece that the person that commissioned it sent him the parts that he wanted used on him, and he did a great job picking out the parts. Simply Joe Unlimited. This is a custom that has come out from his own machinations. This is not a character that is in any genre. This is his own project that he came out. He sculpted all that. He painted it. I thought that effect that you got going right there on the face is pretty neat. It's like a glowing effect. And what did you call it? What did you call this guy? A cyborg, some sort of cyborg character. I think it looks awesome. Great job. Moving on to Demonic Poo Creation, who probably has the most interesting name on Instagram. I don't know what Demonic Poo looks like, but I do know what a good Sentry figure looks like. And obviously this is the newer Sentry figure where there's like 3 characters in one. He has a video here. You're gonna see those head sculpts. He 3D custom designed. Pretty amazing stuff. And I wanted to let this video go because look at that. It's glowing, players. Come on, man. Sick. That is so cool. Very good job. Here's the character if you're not familiar with him in the comics. Obviously the Sentry that we know is blonde and he wears blue and yellow, or blue and gold, I should say. But there are those, and by the way, he's doing an Namor also. He's been working on an Namor. Look at those heads, man. Just fantastic. Look at the expression on those faces. I think it captures this character so well. Kudos to Demonic Poo Creations, all the way in Greece. Look at that. All right, Lunaden's Custom, a prolific customizer who's been featured on the show before. This is one of my favorite customs that he has done. This is, I think it's Pretty Boy, right? I like the use of parts. Very, very interesting. I've told him many times, he refuses to listen to me. I would love to see a video of his customs, like a short 10-second clip that I think would truly show off his customs, because there's so much detail I think is missed just from a picture. But here is a very crispy looking picture here on the left, the bigger one. It's hard for me to see the smaller ones. But man, this thing's a beast. So well done. Look at all the parts that he's using. That's a Pretty Boy that I would want in my collection. All right, here we go. Quat Drive Yards does this character from Star Wars. Star Wars fans will love this character. You can pick up that head. A lot of eBay sellers will have them. I think he picked it up from Outer Rim Traders. Go check them out if you're interested in doing this one for yourself. But check it out, he's got some soft goods. I think he's done a great job of painting that head, and I'm gonna work my way back up to it. Oh, there you go, Satine. Look at how the gradient just comes from dark to light. That is just smooth transition in paint. Outdid yourself in the paint. I really enjoy this custom. I think I want to do it once I get back into Star Wars. I go in and out of things, but that was a custom that I wanted to do. All right, speaking of Star Wars customs, SCR Picks has, okay, talk about amazing shots. What a beautiful shot right there. And now let's take a look at the custom. Really well done weathering. All the slash marks from battles. Maybe he's taking some rounds there. I don't know. It's like some rounds skipped off. And here's the unmasked head where he's added some hair to this figure. This may be from, I mean, there's a lot of the new Hasbro figures are so good with their face technology. He's added some magnets, which is a cool feature, which you can adjust to wherever, however you want to load them up on that belt. Even on the chest piece right there, he's got an extra pouches and stuff like that. And on the back, oh, he's got some more stuff. Magnets galore. Magnets are such a good tool to have as customizers, and I think you use them well there. All right, the MCU shelf. Oh my gosh, man. There's no comparison, all right? I am not gonna pick up that 2-pack. I'm not. I can't stand that cord. It looks weak sauce. Your cord is amazing. First of all, the face. You absolutely, and I've seen this before. I may have shown it before, but I don't care. This thing is so amazing. That face is so perfect. It captures the character. I can't tell you enough. And on top of that, his leather goods, his soft goods are more accurate to the movie than what Hasbro released, which is amazing, first of all, and it also looks a little bit bigger. I know he's kind with Hasbro's release, but in reality, yours killed it. It's so much nicer. Good work, man. All right, moving on to this next one, Man Tree Project. Here you have the singer of Queen, Freddie Mercury. Great job. You put him on. It looks like it could be a Marvel Legends body. I don't know what's under there because you obviously have soft goods. Beautiful shot. This is what I'm talking about, man. Great picture. Good looking custom. And then what the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I showed this to my wife and she started busting out. This is such a funny shot. First of all, the great job on painting the hair. You know, you think it's just like little, you know, slashes here and there with a pen or whatever, but you did a great job. It doesn't look dirty. It actually looks like hair on Wolverine, and oh my gosh, super classic. Love that pose. All right, moving on. That was Christina Conan, by the way. Now we got Nuff Said Customs. He's got a Batman Joker right here. It almost looks like it's out of the video game. Is this from a video game character? Because the paint scheme definitely looks like it's from a video game. He's got a soft goods cape. The hair looks great. The paint is very interesting. Good job. 52 Good People right now has a Thanos that he's updated. This looks 1,000 times better than the Walmart exclusive Thanos, even though that was the better Thanos, better than the Build-A-Figure. But he did all that, that shoulder piece, everything, man. It just looks so good on this Thanos, and he's a great size. This is a perfect size for Thanos. I thought that the Thanos that Hasbro released for us was a bit undersized in my opinion, and I think 52 Good People has absolutely nailed it here. There you can see the size difference with another Marvel Legend figure. And Krob the creator with this Spider-Man Earth 15. He's finally finished. He added that arm piece. I showcased this custom last week, and I think he did a great job on the lines. It's a pretty interesting looking character. I'm not sure what the stuff in his face is. It's supposed to be like he looks more like a spider in the head than your typical Spider-Man, but there you go. You have some close-ups to the line work. The line work's not easy. And I imagine that would be bleeding over, and you'd have to do a lot of touch-ups to get that result. But nice job on this character. Plastic Addict, love that custom. MP3 Frostbite with a Mr. Negative. Now this is a great use of this Jazzware wildcard figure. I think the only thing that he did not do, were his shoes supposed to be white? I feel like, oh yeah, he even says that, yeah, I know his shoes are supposed to be white, but I hate painting white. Yeah, that'd be a hard thing to do, especially over black. All right, so that is a great looking custom. Is pretty simple to do, other than, you know, obviously you have to paint the face, maybe do a little bit of sculpting on the hair, depending on what character head you choose to use. But man, there you go. There's your before, and there's, yeah, there you go. I guess he's got some effects here with Mr. Negative's power. Go check out his page if you're interested in seeing how he did it, if you need any specifics. Jay's Toy Lab. Now, what a cool little custom. I don't even know what body he used, and it almost looks like it's fuzzy, but it's not close enough for me to tell. But this is the character, Moon Boy, and he's definitely captured what he looks like. I don't know what type of articulation is retained in this figure. I think it hits the character mark, so kudos to you, good work. All right, now we're moving on to a Hydra cap that's been repainted, and I really dig these colors that you chose for him. Let me see who you were going for, because I don't remember. I do like the suit. There's the original suit. It is a cool looking figure. I'm glad I ended up picking up that 2-pack. Yeah, and who is the character that you did? What's this guy's name? Oh, it's right there. So it's a Civil Warrior Captain America. I can't remember if it's a character in the comics. I'm sure it is. It probably is, but I like the color combo that you've chosen there. That blue is beautiful, and it works well on that figure. Here's another Captain America, or is this like an Optimus Prime? Yeah, he's got like Optimus Prime colors right now. My Toy, I think that's how it's pronounced, but he's got really nicely done metallic looking paint on this figure. I personally don't like the way the original figure looks, but man, yes, this is almost like an Iron Patriot colors. I really love that. I love the contrast, red, white, and blue. One of my favorite color combinations. It's like peanut butter and jelly, like I've been saying. All right, cool. Captain the Collector doing the snake eyes. I think this is very well done. I really like how this one looks. He looks agile. He looks powerful. He looks super geared up. And man, I would want to replicate that. Like, that would be, if I started doing custom G.I. Joes, that's what I would go with right here, exactly what he's done. I would want to copy that recipe exactly, because I think that captures the essence of Snake Eyes. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be bigger than Duke. That is Duke right here on the left. But man, I love how it looks. Good work on that custom. True Grit Customs coming here with a Two-Face. Yeah, I definitely dig this. Check out the sculpting done on here. Man, beautiful. I like the paint that you chose. Great job on that Two-Face. All right, the Hottest Fuss Customs. Okay, this custom is absolutely ridiculous. Super ridiculous. Apparently she's a villain and from the New 52. I'm not familiar with her. She is, I guess her name's Lady Weeds. She's a villain that goes up against Swamp Thing. And take a look at all the different looks for her that he's got. I love that base. That base looks awesome. I think that head sculpt right there with that, I guess supposed to would be moss or whatever it is, that leafy green going over her face with that eyeball exposed, makes her look really sinister. I think this character is, you can just tell she's not a goodie. She's a baddie. And yeah, man, great job. Here's some of his other customs that I featured in the past. He definitely has this style that obviously he prefers the horror customs. Here's another one. And what I like about this, he even says that he talks about how Swamp Thing is so versatile because he has different looks. Depending on the penciler, you're gonna get different looks, different sizes for Swamp Thing. So this one's gonna be a smaller, more agile Swamp Thing. Look at that compared to some of his one of his other ones. Really cool looking custom. I love that shot right there on the left when he's kind of like coming up like a little monkey. Like a little monkey, man. Great job on this custom. Good work. I'm trying to get through all the pictures, making sure that I don't miss any. And there's his Swamp Thing army. So cool, dude. Don't sell any of these. Keep these in your collection. Those were so awesome. All right, JLC Plastic Arts here with his version of Angel. Really like that head sculpt. I feel that that's a Toy Box Customs head sculpt. Am I right? Did you pick that up from Toy Box Custom? Regardless, let's take a look at this paint job and how clean he did the lines here and that emblem in the chest. He nailed it. Obviously, when these companies are doing, I think they're using machines, and that way they can, you know, create the symbols looking the same on everything. But he had to do this by hand. Great job. I like how you painted the wings. You highlighted them, and you obviously did the shadows. This customizer knows what he's doing. He does really cool things on cubes that I think he gets from Joann's, or no, not Joann's. What's that other store that I'm obviously forgetting right now? But it's like in the sports section. It's probably where you keep sporting balls, and he's got teams on there that look so awesome. All right, Josh, this is going to be Double Flip Customs. He's got this really cool looking Spider-Man character. What's his name? But let's take a look at him here. Maybe you put the name on this guy right here. Prince of Arachne Spider-Man, Spider Knight. All right, let's take a look at all the different options this character has. Great job on the paints as always. Look at that. Look how beautiful that candied red looks on that armor. Really well done. Cool and unique looking piece. I love it. All right, moving on right now to Domenico's custom of Pharaoh. Really pretty looking Pharaoh, and it's because he used Silk's head. That is a very pretty face that Hasbro put out, and he's nailed everything here. I thought he did. He sculpted the fur on her pretty good. The soft goods look good on this character. And what I think is really cool on this character is that tail, he put a bendy wire and he used Procreate, so it's going to be, well, bendy and posable like the rest of the figure. Great job on that custom. Paquino Toys Customs. Scarlet Spider-Man, beautiful line work. I think this came out amazing. You can see here what body he used. Smart use of that Sunfire body, perfect for this. I want to do this type of customs. Those legs are awesome. Here you're going to see how he set up the spider legs in the back. I'm not sure where he found those spider legs, and maybe not from a Marvel Legend, but from one of the, the cheaper toys, but they work perfectly on this character. Or are these legs from one of those SH Figure Art Spider-Man that recently came out? I don't know, because it only has 3 legs, but that looks awesome. All right, Dead Hood Customs, moving with a Garou the Human Monster. Where is this an SH Figure Arts character? It looks like an SH Figure Art character. I don't know. Oh, let me see. Oh, he's from the One Punch Man anime cartoon. So those of you that, I watched a few of the episodes, I'm not familiar with that character, but I am familiar. I like how that the soft goods look on that, or is that plastic that you're using? Hard to tell, which is good either way. I really like the blood effects on the pants, the scars on his body. He looks like a warrior, and he's got a lot of different options. It's vintage. This is one of my favorite ones that you've done so far. I think you nailed that character perfectly. It's the Damian Wayne Batman. And yeah, man, love how that looks. There's a work in progress shot so you can see what he is using. Let me go one more picture, and there, that's such a cool looking Batman. I dig it. Here's another It's Vintage. This is a Deathstroke. We've seen a lot of Deathstrokes. I think he nails the character. Obviously, this is using Marvel Legends Articulation. Love that head for, I almost called him Wade Wilson, but isn't he Slade Wade or something like that? I'm gonna forget. But I like it. It looks good. Custom Jobbers, another Deathstroke here, obviously using different types of bodies, similar uniforms, but this one is maybe a little bit more modern looking Deathstroke. Cool. Horton Heroes. He's finally on Instagram. He's dropping some of his customs. This guy is a pro customizer. Amazing Firestar. Amazing paints. I'm wondering if he used, what's that yellow? Yellow, there's a yellow character that I can't remember. She's like a tigress or lioness or, oh, what is she? Come on, come on. She's like with Power Man and you know, Power Man's wife, her friend, Monica Jones. Can't remember. Captain Snick. Check out, he's finally finished his cable. Looks pretty awesome. He sculpted all those pieces. Okay, obviously you're taking a look at this custom and you're going, man, this thing is pretty amazing. Go take a look at his progress shots and you will be even more impressed. He used some of the recent parts from the cable that was released in the Sasquatch wave, it looks like, but there's a lot of sculpting involved on this. Good job on the paint. He's got, it looks like it's cable in battle. You can see the blood. Good use of the blood right here. He didn't overdo it, which a lot of customizers unfortunately do. And there's his team. Yeah, nice. Dig it, man. Good work. All right, Christina Conan. Take a look at this rogue. Again, one of the premier customizers, especially focusing on female figures. She nails the head, the hair, the face makeup, everything about her facial paints and sculpting are amazing. And then you take a look at her paints and they're so crispy, super crispy. You don't see any bleed over. She's got appropriate highlights done. Obviously she's airbrushing and she's become a pro at that. Good job. Thanks for sharing it with This Week in Customs. The Real Dallas James coming in with a beast of a custom. I love this idea of a Thanos Punisher, and there you can see the base body that he's using, and money. He nails the character perfectly. I dig it. I love the look of this custom, and here he is painted up. Great job, good idea, and good work. Brimstone's Ghost. I feel like I've showcased this custom before because it's a Mesco style Ghost Rider, I think, but it's a cool piece. I know you Mesco lovers will be eating your hearts out for this custom. Very nice job. Enough said customs with a Batman. Here's another Batman with a different, style Batman. I think this is, he says Batman 74 cover. Okay, so it would be cool to see that picture. Is it from the new, from DC Rebirth? He's saying he's a geared up, weaponized Batman looking good. JC Plastic Arts with this, is this Magma? Yeah, Magma that he did for his New Mutants display. Again, go take a look at his displays. His displays are amazing. Probably the top in the game right now with those beautiful, beautiful teams that he's put together. And he hasn't sold them. I don't think he sells his customs. I think he customs for himself. Amateur Figures with a medieval Venom. Take a look at this design. I haven't run into this character in the comics, but it's pretty cool. Check out the shield. There's obviously a lot of sculpting done. There you can see some of the sculpting that the progress shots for where he came from, and then ultimately what he got as a custom figure. Homme de Feu with this, what's his Uru Metal Wolverine. I've seen this custom done before. This one looks a little bit different. Obviously, when people do this type of custom right here, their fire effect's gonna look completely different. Their bones are gonna look completely different. I think this looks pretty sweet. I think it may have been Tosh that did one of these. And I think he was doing the contest to raise money for somebody. All right, here we go. Hunter Knight Customs with this April O'Neil. This is a throwback. Only the old guys are gonna know who this is, right? Who knows who April O'Neil? Write it down in the comments. Let me know if you know who she is. This is definitely a throwback from way back in the day. Was this a 3 3/4 inch figure? It seems like it may be a smaller one, but I'm not sure. All right, moving on to RJ Angel with this Green Lantern. Dig it. This is Kyle Rayner, it looks like, from The Mask. And good looking piece. DC figures, I know Joey says it all the time, they're like made perfectly to go on the Marvel Legends body. Hopefully that McFarlane and Friends, who's producing the next DC Marvel Legends version or compatible figures, I hopefully that they will do this scale. They will keep it in Marvel Legends scale, because I certainly wouldn't want them to be bigger than Marvel Legends. I would kind of want to put them, wouldn't it be great to put like the Avengers and the JLA against each other? Oh man, come on, that would be an awesome display. All right, Sentinel Collections with this Wolverine. He's obviously souped up the newly released Weapon X from this, one of the latest waves that just came out, looking pretty darn good. All right, Shroud Savage. He's into these Gundams. I think, yeah, Gunpla Customs. So these Gundams, man, they're so amazing. If you're into Transformers, you're definitely gonna like these. And what he's done here, first of all, let's start off with his shading work. So when you're painting, this is a good idea to do, because look how it transfers over when the figure is painted. You see where he's done the shading? He's done this pre-shading and highlighting, and then when it's gone over and he's painted those purples and greens, look at the shading, how it's come out. Nicely done. Let me look. Yeah, there you go. Here's the back of the figure. That's what I wanted to see. Really good job on these paints. Thank you for submitting this custom piece to This Week in Customs. All right, moving on to Rudy. And this is going to be Avalanche. We need an updated Avalanche, don't we? It's definitely missing. There you can see him sculpting the shoulder pieces. I think the design's very nice. Good work on that, and he's using it on that I think it's Whirlwind, right? You can see some of the parts that he's using, so you can see the size of this guy. You can understand the size. That's what he was going for, and then ultimately what he ended up getting is right there. Nice job, player. All right, Ninja Toys with this Red Hood. Red Hood's one of my favorite characters right here. This guy is from San Pedro Sula de Cortés. Thank you. Muchas gracias para submitir su proyecto aquí en This Week in Customs. That's right, Brock Hand speaks Spanish. I don't have time to wait. The video is a long video, but go check it out. He's got a cool design on that back. He did a good job. And here we have Matt Customs with his version of Red Hood. And there's where he started. And then he ended up getting that out of it. So good job to you. Good work on it. Now moving on to Captain Frecky's. All right, cool. This is a really cool bottom tank to use for Bone Breaker. And what I like is that it's mobile. Check it out. Now, I think I've seen that tank on eBay, but I think it's expensive. Isn't it expensive? And then he has a pretty boy. He's obviously using that one character from Star Wars that you can probably pick up for like $10. So that's a good body to use. I forget his name. K2SO, I think that's what it is. All right, Dirk Designs. Let's take a look at some of these face designs. We're gonna take a look at some work in progress shots here. Obviously, he's doing a jigsaw and nailing it. Jigsaw, nailing jigsaw. This is phenomenal. Good work. I can't wait to see this custom finished. And I'm getting a little distracted because I'm getting phone calls in and it's stopping the recording. All right, moving on to Symbiote Seeker. He's working on this. Is it Immortal Hulk? It's whatever that new comic that's out. He's nailing this face. Love it. Love the expression on this. We'll see what he gets when he is finished. And another, well, this is going to be a Fix-It Hulk, but another Hulk right here, who's Toys A to Z, finally getting his name right. Looking pretty good. That hat is money. Can't wait to see your Fix-It Hulk finished. And another custom face. It's the Joker's luchador mask, and that does look good. Is that going to be on a Mesco? Because the neck peg, that's the only reason I'm asking. But Doper Customs, it looks awesome, dude. It looks really well done. Draw Customs. I think this is going to be a Nightwing or a Robin of some sort that he's working on right there. Really good sculpting of that mask. Yeah, man, very good. Dig the results. All right, so now Nico here, he's working on the hair. Obviously, you recognize that figure. He does not have hair like that, and he's using toothpicks, little parts of clay. I'm not sure if he's using Procreate or if he's just using Abe's Epoxy or Milliput or whatever. If you want to find out, go take a look at his page. So this is where he started, and then he begins to build on the hair. You got to be patient when you're doing this type of sculpting if you're interested in doing that and you want to build it up in layers as he's doing here. And then you'll see that once this is primered and once he shows the picture, you'll see, I mean, I can tell it's going to look pretty good. Good work on that. All right, Rob's Creature House, master painter. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, you'll obviously recognize this character right here, and there's where it came from, right? Look at the difference. Rob is able to paint very realistically. This is a great job. Nails the skin tone perfectly. I like even how he changed up the blood, and even the color of the blood I think looks better than the original figure. Obviously he's done some work to that mustache. The mustache looks better. Everything about this figure, even the hairline, looks better on what Rob did there. Good job, Rob's Creature House. All right, here's another repaint. Uncle Sam did a great job, again, going from what the toy delivered to giving it realistic paint apps. It works well on this figure. It works beautifully on this figure. Harrison Ford looking old. Yep, exactly. You nailed it. Good work. 3D World Collector, or Third World Collector, not 3D, Third World Collector. You living in Cuba or something, player? Is that what you're calling a third world? Okay, so he's doing, obviously, he's got a strong guy. Really like that head for strong guy, man. Nails the character. Those glasses are awesome. Recon Figures. He did not like the Magneto that came in the 3-pack recently, the Amazon exclusive. A lot of people didn't like that Magneto. I don't know what to say about that because I didn't buy it because I didn't like it, at least how it looked. He continued and he did his customs. See how he got his by following him on his Instagram page. Clint Eastwood up in the house. Jeb Stanton 93 right here. Obviously, is this from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? No, it's the man with no name. But isn't he from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? For some reason, that's what I think about when I saw that picture. Regardless, you can tell that's Clint. Pretty cool use of soft goods. Looks like the character. Dig it. Moving on to Falcon Customs. Obviously using some soft goods. Really good. This is for Black Mask. He did a Black Mask that a little bit more realistic, right? I think the cartoony one would be a little bit blacker in the mask, but he obviously does have the black in there, but he's got a lot of highlights showing the beautiful features of that head sculpt, which is amazing. Great use of parts right there. That custom looks pretty dope. And another soft goods, Bane, Mesco style. If you are drawn to the soft goods over just the plastic parts, I kind of like both together. But man, follow some of these customizers, and if you want to start something and do something on your own, just follow what they do. Copy them. Copying, repetition or reproduction, it's not going to come out exactly like theirs. When I first started customizer, Toy Cooker, Justin Crisp, he did a Wolverine, and that was my first custom. I tried to get it to look like his. It obviously didn't. It looked completely different, but I used the same techniques, and for my first custom, it was actually not bad. Do it, guys. Take the jump. All right, Crawler Creations going with this astonishing X-Men Emma Frost. Now, the new Emma Frost that's coming out, it's the black costume, but it's coming out with that classic looking head. I think maybe you're already planning on it. I mean, that's a pretty head that you're using there. But man, if you put that classic head on this body, man. Same with this one. Different uniform, same idea. I definitely like the soft fur that you're using. See, he's using soft fur with plastic cape right there. If you put that new Emma head on it, oh my gosh, on that, that'd be awesome. All right, now talking about Queen of Goblins exposing, we're not going to go through because I'm going to keep this PG for crying out loud. Beautiful custom, good work. I think you nailed the character. All right, before and after from Nikki Nicole. Yeah, the paint scheme on this, it came out so great. That looks like a snow leopard. Is that what you were going for? I think that's what it is, a snow leopard. Beautiful paintwork. You nailed this look, and I think that's what you were going for. Yeah, man. And that sculpt is beautiful. All right, Nick Grayson Customs. He's doing this Batman Beyond character. It's kind of hard to see the details, which is too bad because there's a lot of details in that black, but a lot of it is lost from that. I think the background, like in the black, I don't know, it's hard to see the details, but man, it looks incredible from what I can see. I just wish, like this one would be good to get on a rotating like stand, so you can see all the different details on that. I don't know what body that is, if that's something that you repainted, it's hard for me to tell, but man, it looks awesome. It really does, and that head is awesome too. All right, plain plastic. This is pretty much just part swaps, and if you're new to customizing, that's something that you can do. Go take a look at his, right here. You can read it right there. If you're interested, follow him. That is a classic looking angel. It's definitely, he just did a head swap, and Marvel Legends Angel Box, a head swap, and then he repainted that unmasked head from the Archangel release. So dude, look at that. You can get a whole new character just from a simple part swap and easy paint job, and you're good to go. Good work. All right, Kilo Echo Arts. Here he has the God Butcher. I think that's who this guy is, right? From the Thor comics. You got, I don't want to talk too much. That comic run is definitely worth reading. I think is it Jason Aaron? I think that's the author's name, but go take a look. It's a pretty cool storyline. All right. Him Story Factory. What I wanted to take a look at this here is to look at the quiver. So he made the quiver, and as you can see, this is where it starts from. This is not the finished quiver. He's got lines where he's gonna cut into, and take a look. With that, it's just an interesting looking quiver. There you can see with the arrows inside of it. Let me see if I can get a different when it's painted on his back. Is there one painted on his back? Maybe not. But that's a pretty cool design for that quiver. Nice job. Rai Customs, he's working on this Darth Maul, or he's finished this Darth Maul. Great expression for him. Is that a WWE wrestler? I think the WWE wrestlers, they really produce cool expressions because that's part of their character. I think that's why they do it. I wish that Hasbro did the Marvel Legends a little bit more with expression. All right, Draw Customs. This is a work in progress. This Batman's gonna be off the hook. You can already see he's using that one body. I don't really care for that figure itself, but I think it's gonna work perfectly for this armored Batman, and we're gonna keep an eyeball on that. All right, so this is the last thing I wanna present before we get the top 5 that you'll get to pick from this week. Now, Tiny Pants Tailoring, I've never purchased anything from them, but this is so cool. I'm very tempted to pick this up. I think he's selling it for $65. I would just have to figure out what body I would want to use, but man, beautiful, looks awesome. Yeah, man. If you are into the soft good stuff and you do not have one of these characters in your, well, you kind of need them for your Batman robe, get it, man. Oh yeah, is it worth 65 bucks? Yeah, absolutely. That tailoring is not easy. I've done a little bit of soft goods tailoring myself, and it takes skill to get there. So take a look, go talk to them, see if that's something you're interested in, and I just want to keep you aware of what custom parts and products are available to you. All right, folks, that is the end. Let's go take a look at the vote. By the way, to vote, stay here on YouTube and just go to my community tab, and there I'll have the top 5 available for you to pick for the fan vote for your favorite custom from this episode of This Week in Customs. And with that being said, let's get to it. All right, the first one up for vote is going to be Markai Labs creation Fat Thor, at least that's what I'm calling him. Skeletor by Symbiote Seeker is going to be number 2. Number 3 is going to be the Cyborg by Simply Joe Unlimited. Number 4 is going to be Demonic Poo Creations Sentry. And the final one for your vote is going to be Lou and Aiden's Reavers Pretty Boy. All right, pretty good, guys. Nice job this week. I appreciate all your submissions, all your work and effort. As always, if you're interested in getting your customs at least in the pool for me to review for the episode, hashtag your custom videos and pictures with this week in customs. And please don't have a boo-boo face if your custom doesn't get selected. Just keep submitting, and hopefully one day it will. Thank you, folks. Thanks for supporting. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. I almost forgot what to say. And hit the bell, please, so that way you know next week when it's being submitted. All right, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.